My my mother's, I hit record, and my mother's dog made a big noise. She was shaking on her head on the couch. Okay, this is right out of the Blu-ray player. I took it. It's the disc was kind of warm still. I took it right out. Um, I want to challenge myself to do reviews as much as I can. The whole way I'm doing this now is don't even think about what I'm going to say. Just hit the record. This is really, really special to me, this movie. For one, I love the movie, watching it years ago when it first came out, and it's been one I've been wanting to revisit. And something that's really interesting is, and why I love looking for used media too, is because you go down a road you weren't planning to. Like, I found this at Goodwill for $1. It's also from, it's really cool. This whole case has personality. Erie County Library, to talking to my mom in the car and saying, I've never seen that. I heard it was sad. And spoilers, it's sad. But it's also one of the most beautiful musicals I've ever seen. And I was questioning whether I wanted to rewatch it because it is sad. It is sad. But the emotions that I felt all through this movie, it covers everything. It covers everything. It's great to see an underdog. Lady Gaga's, well, first off, it's a veteran music star, rock country star, Bradley Cooper's character Jackson, on the road, and you just know even from the beginning, the reason he finds Allie is because of his substance abuse, of his addictions. But it's still the whole relationship. So she knows right from the start, she knows what she's in for, and you see everything coming from a mile away. But it's still so impressive what happens in this movie. Thinking about like romantic comedies, this is definitely not a romantic comedy. But I've never seen, besides musicals, besides best directed movies, this is probably one of the most this a special connection between Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. The chemistry is like through the roof. I know if you've seen the Academy Awards performance where they sang this song live, you felt it too. And the music. I just also watched the behind the scenes, which is one of the best behind the scenes features I've ever seen for a film, because it even shows screen tests. It shows Lady Gaga behind the scenes saying how she's thanking Bradley Cooper that she always wanted to be a movie star. I didn't know she wanted to be a movie star this bad. And A Star is Born also transcends the movie because Bradley Cooper becomes an actual musician where he writes the music, including the first song right at the start. He wrote that song, and it's good. And he sounds amazing. So he became a music star, which I gotta see. He became a director, and she was in movies before, but she became one of the best actresses of this generation. I'm sorry. I want to now I do want to now go and see the other catalog of Lady Gaga movies that I've missed, and the Bradley Cooper movie that he directed last year that he was also nominated for that I haven't seen. So on second viewing of this movie, this is one of my favorites of all time. In my journey this summer of starting to review movies, as good as it gets, which me and my mother watched earlier this year, and as good as it, and A Star is Born are instantly in my favorite movies of all time, including musicals. I love musicals. I love music. And this is some of the best music ever. Like, I will listen to these songs, especially since we have the soundtrack now for $1. And I honestly, the first time I watched it, Shallows is an amazing song, but I gained appreciation for the other songs on here too. And seeing the journey behind the scenes of all the actors, Andrew Dice Clay is also in here. I'm not like a huge fan of him, but easily one of the best performances of him. Dave Chappelle, a comedian, is in here. The way it was filmed was really raw. And something I almost forgot to put in this review is some of the sequences where they actually filmed part of the music first. They went to Coachella. They did all kinds of things to film the crowd, get the perspective of the band, of like you're there, not just at a concert, like you're there with the artist and the emotion. It's just, I love the way this is filmed. And I'm definitely going to be watching this a lot more in my lifetime. And it's going to mean a lot more to me because I found it today. And just another Easter egg, one of the sequences, I think the song that Bradley Cooper wrote at the beginning, he filmed at a real concert. They filmed it on the fly, and they needed another cameraman. And Lars Ulrich from Metallica, the drummer, got on stage and was the second cameraman just so they could get all the footage. So there's all kind of stories like that in behind the scenes. Yes, it's sad, but it's so worth it. It's so worth watching. Also, it was a 4K Ultra HD case, but it's a Blu-ray and Oh, I don't want to show my code. Whoops, I don't want to show my code yet, because I might redeem that. So it is a Blu-ray and a DVD, though. That was really weird. It was a sealed one, has the slipcase, and the soundtrack I'll be listening to quite some time. Quite often. I'm actually going to put some of these songs in a mix CD for sure. And I will be listening to these more. You know, there's so much great stuff on here. And I'm really looking forward to... I was always a Bradley Cooper fan. I was a fan of him the first time I watched it, but watching it again, I didn't know if I'd get like goosebumps on my hand or my arm hearing those songs again, but I was teary-eyed quite often in this movie. It still gets me, and just because it's sad doesn't make me want to avoid it, because it's one of the best of all time, best musicals of all time, instantly up there with my other ones. Like, I know people are to say, oh, children like Lion King, Aladdin, Rocky Horror Picture Show, A Star is Born. There's some other musicals in there, but this is more than a musical to me. It's shot so well. So I would highly recommend watching A Star is Born again, and I kind of want to see the original now. This is made 4 times, but I can't imagine anything reaching this level. And it makes me want to do more behind-the-scenes research, like how much... I think they wrote all these songs. I don't know if there's any of part of these songs that's in the other versions. I don't think so. But I want to watch more behind-the-scenes on this movie. That's how much I like it. And it's definitely staying in my collection. Thank you for watching this review. I guess I'll still give it a rating at the end. 10 out of 10. One of my favorite all time. This summer at the lake, as good as it gets, and A Star is Born are two of the movies that mean the most to me this summer, 2024. Thanks for watching. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me if you like this movie, if you've watched it, if you've rewatched it, and tell me what you think of the soundtrack. And also leave some comments below. Which one of your favorite musicals all time? I would love to hear it, and I'd love to watch more. See you next time. Okay, I decided to add a little bit extra to the video, doing some research. Yes, Lady Gaga. It's Shallow, one of the best songs in the movie, which I loved the first time. But there's more. I have to find out. I've got to listen to the names of the other. I gotta listen to this more frequently and go look at the song titles for the other songs too, which are really just as good. But Shallows, the most popular song from this movie that was all in the trailers. And that's honestly one of my favorite parts of the film, is when they first sing Shallow on stage together. That was written by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, along with some other producers, writers, and musicians. But that's how much a collaborative effort this was, and that's what they showed on the behind-the-scenes featurette. There's also extra songs and stuff, which it's getting late, so I'm not going to dive into that today. But amazing, amazing stuff, because not only do you get one of the best remakes of all time, one of the best soundtracks of all time, and some of the best songs of all time, in my opinion. And now I'll really end it. See you next time.